Welcome back to Module 2, Journals and Seminal Sources. This is Part 4, which focuses on seminal sources and using book reviews. This is the final video of Module 2. At the end of this video, you'll answer several review questions. These questions will strengthen your understanding of the material covered in the video. Your instructor will see your responses and monitor your viewership through Edpuzzle. Book reviews provide a critical evaluation of a book or monograph. As outlined in previous videos, a monograph is a secondary source focusing in depth on a single subject. They are argument-driven, narrating the subject's impact on history, and relying heavily on primary source material. Book reviews are short and concise, about a page or 1,000 words in length. A good book review will give a brief background of the author, such as their academic background, current teaching institution, or previous published works. A book review will provide a brief summary of the book, but is more focused on the quality of the research and the contextualization of the argument or thesis. This critical assessment uses examples from the book. Another critical component is placing the book in the subject area's historiography and compares to other books on the subject. Finally, the reviewer may outline the intended audience of the book, such as general reader, graduate student, or other historians in the field. Using book reviews is the easiest way to evaluate if a book is a seminal source. When you search for book reviews on a title, the following criteria outline if the book is seminal. When you do your search and get a large number of reviews, a book that retrieves 5 or more reviews is a good sign it is seminal. The book is reviewed in 2 of the most prominent history journals, the American Historical Review and the Journal of American History. These journals tend to review the best scholarship. Finally, an individual review states the book is seminal, important, or groundbreaking. As with searching for journal articles, you want to focus on finding book reviews in scholarly or academic journals. This will provide you the best critical assessment from historians in the field. Also, as with journal articles, searching EBSCO Discovery Service is a good place to begin. You can also search the individual databases, Academic Search Premier, JSTOR, and Project Muse. Overall, if you're having trouble finding book reviews, set up a meeting with a librarian or your instructor. Let's return to my seminal source candidate, Donald Hickey's The War of 1812, A Forgotten Conflict. I'm going to do my book review search in JSTOR. As mentioned earlier, I could also begin with EBSCO Discovery Service. I'm on the library subscription database page, and I'll choose JSTOR. I will go to the advanced search. I will enter the title of the book, The War of 1812, A Forgotten Conflict, and limit to item title. Next, I'll enter the author's last name, Hickey, and limit to author. Finally, I'll limit to reviews, and click search. The first test is to see the amount of reviews. As I look at my results, I can see that I have 20 book reviews. Next, I'll see if the book has been reviewed in the American Historical Review or the Journal of American History. I find the Journal of American History found here, and I find the American Historical Review found here. Finally, I'll look in the Journal of American History Review to see if it mentions the book as seminal. The first paragraph states it's a provocative work, and the last paragraph states it's a definitive study. So Hickey passes the final test. A review sees it as a definitive, also meaning it is seminal. Another type of book review is called a review essay. A review essay reviews more than one book on a similar topic, or an in-depth historiographical essay on a topic. I have 2 review essays in my search results, The War of 1812 Revisited and Who Bungled the War of 1812. If you find a review essay, they are very valuable. They will add more historiographical background and also point you towards other seminal sources, such as the second essay that also reviews The Presidency of James Madison by Robert Allen Rutland. For the post-class assignment, you'll need to find 3 to 5 seminal works and at least 2 book reviews per source. You may be asking, why do you use book reviews at this early point of the research process? Instead of reading each seminal source in its entirety, a process that would be very time-consuming, you'll read 2 to 3 book reviews about each seminal source. In the long run, you may use some of your seminal sources directly in your paper, but the main goal here is for you to start to think about the historiographical argumentation in your research and paper. This will help you understand the historiography of your topic and how this may influence your thesis down the road. If you're having trouble identifying seminal sources, you should consult your instructor or a librarian. Also, your instructor or librarian may have seminal source recommendations based on your topic. Another question is, why do you read more than one book review for each seminal source? Is it one book review enough? You need to read more than one book review to get different historiographical viewpoints and perspectives on each seminal source. One review may review the seminal source positively, while another may view the same seminal source in a negative light. In historical scholarship, it is useful to consider different viewpoints to gain a deeper and more nuanced understanding of an argument or perspective. Considering different book reviews allows you to gain a deeper understanding of a seminal source. Furthermore, multiple perspectives can help shape your own viewpoints on the topic at hand. Congratulations! You have now learned how to identify seminal sources and how to find corresponding book reviews. Remember that your teacher and the librarians are always happy to help with any questions that arise or if you encounter challenges along the way.